Hello everyone, I am Siddharthan. Currently, we are in the fifth module of our hands-on machine learning course with Python, and this fifth module is all about mathematics for machine learning. In the previous videos, we have discussed about what are the basics of matrices and how we can work with matrices in Python. And in this video, let's discuss about what are the important operations that can be performed on a matrix. Okay, so before getting started with this video, in case you are watching my videos for the first time, hi. In this channel, I'm making a hands-on machine learning course with Python. And if you want to learn this course from the beginning, you can go to the playlist section of my channel, and from there you can watch the videos module wise. So the first module will be on machine learning basics, and the second module will be on Python basics for machine learning, and so on. So you can watch the videos module wise, and each module contains multiple videos. So with that being said, let's get started with today's video. And these are the four topics which we will cover in today's video. And the first topic will be on matrix addition, and the second topic will be on matrix subtraction, and the third topic will be on how to multiply a matrix by a scalar, and the fourth topic will be on multiplying two matrices. So these are the four topics which we will discuss today. And there is another important thing which I need to tell you. So I have created a quiz based on these topics. So it will be in a Google form. So I'll give the link for this Google form in the description of this video. And I have made the questions completely based on the topics that I have covered in this video. And once you completely watch this video, you can try that test and see how you are getting this concepts and how you are understanding this. And this will be a very good exercise for you to understand what are the different operations that can be performed on a matrix. Okay, so let's get started with today's video. So before starting with these operations, so let's try to understand about matrix a little bit. So I'll just give you a quick introduction. So we know that there are three types of data. The first type of data is scalar, and the second type is vector, and the third type is matrix, right? So scalar is nothing but a single number, single numerical value. So here we took an example as 24, right? So this value can be 24, this value can be 100 or 1000 or any numerical value, but a single numerical value. And there is this second type of data called as vector. A vector is a list of number, or it is similar to an array in programming. So in programming we are used to arrays, right? So arrays are nothing but list of numbers that contains multiple values, multiple numerical values or other data types. So a vector contains a single row or a single column of multiple values. So here you can see here this vector contains one row with multiple values, and this vector contains one column with multiple values, right? And there is matrix. Matrix is something that contains multiple rows and multiple columns. So here this matrix contains three rows and three columns. So this is about scalars, vectors, and matrix. So I'll just give you a quick, another introduction on where we use matrix in machine learning before going into the matrix operations, right? So in machine learning, everything is about data. So what we do in machine learning is feed a data set to our machine learning model, and our machine learning model can find the pattern in this data set. So this pattern will be used by our machine learning model to make future prediction and other analysis. So consider this example. So this is an example of an house price data, and so here you can see here this particular data set. So this sample data contains four rows, right? So 1 2 3 4 4 rows, and we have multiple columns. So when you count this, we know that this is a 4 cross 14 matrix. So it contains 4 rows and 14 columns. So any data set you take in machine learning can be considered as a matrix. So all the processing and computation that goes in a machine learning model over this data will be in the form of the matrix operations, which we are going to discuss. So this is how the concepts of vectors and matrix is very important in machine learning, because all the data and their computation will be in the form of vectors and matrix operations. So we have already discussed about vector operations, and now let's discuss about matrix operation. So the first operation which we are going to discuss about is addition. Okay, and there is one main thing which we need to take note of when we are adding two matrices. So this is the addition rule, which states that two matrices can be added only if they have the same shape. Okay, so that is both the matrix should have the same number of rows and columns. So what this tells is we can add two matrix only if they have the same number of rows and columns. Okay, so if they have different number of rows and columns, then we cannot add those two matrices. So let's try to understand this with an example. So now we have two matrices here. So let's try to find the shape of the matrix. So this is a 2 cross 2 matrix because it contains two rows. So 2 and 3 represents the first row, 10 and 5 represents the second row, right? And it contains two columns. 2 and 10 represents the first column, 3 and 5 represents the second column. So this is a 2 cross 2 matrix. Similarly, this is also a 2 cross 2 matrix because it contains two rows and two columns. So these two matrices can be added because they have the same shape. Shape represents the number of rows and columns. So they have the same number of rows and columns. So when you add these two matrices, we get a resultant matrix. So what is the resultant matrix is, so the values will be added element wise. So here, what is the first element? What is the element in the first row and the first column? So 2, right? So 2 is the element in the first row and first columns. Just consider row wise. So this is the first row, and consider this first column. So when you take this 2, 2 is the element in the first row and first column. Here the element in the first row and the first column is 10. So the corresponding element will be added. So this is called as element wise addition. So whenever you are doing matrix addition, we have to do element wise addition. Okay, so similarly 3 will be added to 5, 10 will be added to 20, and 5 will be added to 4. So this is a simple element wise addition. So when you add 2 plus 2, we know that we get 12, and we know that 3 plus 5 gives 8. So similarly, element wise addition will be carried out. Now let's take another example. So there is another thing. So when you add two matrix, the resultant matrix also has the same shape. So it is logical, right? So when you add two matrix of same shape, the resultant will be also in the form of the same shape. And now let's consider this example. So now let's try to find the shape of this matrix. So this is a 3 cross 2 matrix because it contains three rows. So 2 and 1 represents the first row, 4 and 2 represents the second row, 6 and 3 represents the third row. And columns, so it has two columns. 2 4 6 is the first column, 1 2 3 is the second column. So this is a 3 cross 2 matrix, and this is also a 3 cross 2 3 cross 2 matrix because it contains three rows and two columns. So as the number of rows in the first matrix is equal to the number of rows in the second matrix, we can add these two matrices. So when you do element wise addition, this is the resultant you get, where 2 will be added to 5, 1 will be added to 2, 4 will be added to this 3, and 2 will be added to 6, and so on. So this is simple element wise addition. So this is how we can add two matrices, and the main thing which we need to take note of here is the shape of the two matrices should be the same, and the addition should be element wise. So these are the two main things regarding matrix addition. Now yeah, we know that the shape should be the similar corresponding to the other two matrices. Now let's discuss about matrix subtraction. So it is very similar to matrix addition, where the number of rows in the first matrix should be equal to the number of rows and columns in the second matrix. So it is the similar case where the shape of the two matrix should be similar. Okay, so let's consider the similar example. We know that both of these are 2 cross 2 matrices, and when we subtract this, it is very similar to matrix addition, where we do element wise addition. In this case, we do element wise subtraction. Here there will be 2 minus 10, so will be the first element, and the second element will be 3 minus 5. So similarly, 10 will be subtracted with this 20, and 5 will be subtracted from 4. So and the resultant will be this. So 2 minus 10 is equal to minus 8, and 3 minus 5 is minus 2, 10 minus 20 is minus 10, and 5 minus 4 is 1. So 2 cross 2 matrix and 2 cross 2 matrix, so they have the same shape, so we can subtract them, and the resultant will also have the same shape. Okay, so this is how you can subtract two matrix. And if you take another example which I have taken before, which is a 3 cross 2 matrix and a 3 cross 2 2 matrix. So the first thing which we need to check is whether the shape of the two matrices are equal. So here the both the matrices have the same shape, so we can do element wise subtraction. Okay, so and the resultant is the one which we get here, which also has the same shape. So 2 will be subtracted from this 5. So 2 minus 5, which is minus 3. 1 minus 2 is minus 1, and so on. So it is a simple element wise subtraction. Okay, so this is about matrix subtraction. The third operation which we are going to discuss is multiplying a matrix by a scalar. Okay, so let's take this particular matrix. So this is an example of a 3 cross 1 matrix. So 3 cross 1 matrix represents a matrix with 3 rows and 1 column, right? So 2 is the element of the first row, 4 represents the second row, and 6 represents the third row. So it contains 3 rows and 1 column. And let's multiply this by a scalar. We know that a scalar is a single numerical value. In this case, let's take the scalar value as 5. So when you multiply a scalar by a matrix, so sorry, when you multiply a matrix by a scalar, what happens is all the elements inside the matrix should be multiplied by this scalar. So this is what we get. So this 5 should be multiplied with 2 and 4 and 6 separately. Okay, so this will be the resultant, which is like 5 into 2, we know that it is 10, and 5 into 4 is 20, and 5 into 6 is 30. So this is simply magnifying a matrix by a factor. Here we are just magnifying a matrix by a factor of 5. So just increasing the size of a matrix, so the value of a matrix. And this is how we can multiply a matrix by a scalar. So if we know that this is a 3 cross 1 matrix, and the resultant matrix will also contain the same shape, which is 3 cross 1. And if you take a 3 cross 2 matrix, and let's again multiply this by a factor of 5. So we are magnifying by a factor of 5. So we can represent it as multiplying a scalar, multiplying a matrix by a scalar. Here we are multiplying a 3 cross 2 matrix by a scalar, which is 5. And the resultant is 10, 5, 20, 10, and 30, and 15. So we are multiplying all the elements of the matrix by a factor of 5. Okay. So this is how you can multiply a matrix by a scalar, and the resultant will contain the same shape. And there is another main thing which I want you to note here. So you can see here, I have mentioned a line here as vectors are a type of matrix with either one row or one column. You might got a doubt here. So in the previous slide, I have mentioned you that vector is something that contains either one row or one column of values, right? So here you can see here, this is actually a vector because it contains only one row. It doesn't contains multiple, it contains only one column, right? So it does not contain multiple columns. It contains only one column. So we can call this as a vector, but I have represented it as a matrix. So it is a 3 cross 1 matrix. So what is the main thing which you need to note here is vectors are also a type of matrix with either one row or one column. So this is a very important key thing to note. So vectors are a type of matrix with either one row or one column. Okay. So this is about multiplying a matrix by a scalar. Now let's see another important operation, which is multiplying two matrices. Okay, so this is one of the important matrix operation, and the main rule here is the number of columns in the first matrix should be equal to the number of rows in the second matrix. So the multiplication rule is very different from what is the rule we have seen in matrix addition and matrix subtraction. So in matrix addition and matrix subtraction, if we take two matrices, the number of rows and columns in the both the matrix should be same, the shape should be exactly similar, but it is not the case in the case of multiplication. So it is kind of different, and the resultant matrix will have the same number of rows as the first matrix and the same number of columns as the second matrix. So you may not understand this particular line now, but when I explain you the example, you might get it better. Okay, so let's try to understand this with an example. So let's say that we have two matrices. So we know that this is a 2 cross 2 matrix because it contains two rows and two columns. So 2 3 represents the first row, 10 5 represents the second row, and 2 10 represents the first column, 3 and 5 represents the second column. So similarly, this is also a 2 cross 2 matrix. So here see the rule. So here we can see that the rule states that the number of columns in the first matrix should equal the number of rows in the second matrix. So we know that this is the shape of the matrix and the second value. So here this is the second value. So this second value represents the number of columns and the first value represents the number of rows. So here, so when you want to multiply two matrices as stated in the rule, these two values should be similar, where this value represents the number of columns in the first matrix as stated here. So the number of columns in the first matrix, and this value represents the number of rows in the second matrix, which is stated in this rule. So these two values should be equal. Then only the values can be, these matrices can be multiplied. So these values can be multiplied, and we have the remaining shape, right? So this two and this two. So this will be the shape of our new resultant matrix. So this two and this two. So if just consider this, we have other matrix with a different shape, and the matrix shape is 3 cross 2 and 2 cross 3. In that case, the resultant matrix will have a shape of 3 cross 3. So the main thing which you want to note here is both these values should be similar, which represents the number of columns in the first matrix and the number of rows in the second matrix. Just take a note of this, and this is very important. Okay, and the resultant will be the number of rows in the first matrix. So this will be the number of rows in our resultant matrix, and this will be the number of columns in our resultant matrix. Let's consider another example. So this is a 3 cross 2 matrix, and this is also a 3 cross 2 matrix. And now let's check whether this rule is satisfied. So let's see whether this condition is satisfied. And if you check this, the number of columns in the first matrix is not equal to the number of rows in the second matrix, right? So these two values are different. So we cannot multiply these two matrices. So this is the main thing which we need to take note of, where if we want to multiply two matrices, the number of columns in the first matrix should be equal to the number of columns in the second matrix. So this is the main condition for multiplying two matrices. So now we have understood what is the condition for this. Now let's see how we can multiply two matrices. So this is the general notation that represents multiplying two matrices. Okay. So here you can see, here we have the first matrix as A, B and C, D. So this is a 2 cross 2 matrix, and this is E, F and G, H. So this is also a 2 cross 2 matrix. So we have discussed in the previous slide that 2 cross 2 matrix and 2 cross 2 matrix can be multiplied because it is satisfying our condition, right? So now what happens here is, so just don't look at this. Just take this first value. Let's see what this first value is. Take the first row of the first matrix and the first column of the second matrix. I'll explain you this again. We need to take the first row of the first matrix and first column of the second matrix. So A will be multiplied with E and B will be multiplied with G. So I just mark this in this slide. So A will be multiplied with E, okay, and B will be multiplied with G, and both these values will be added, and that will be our first row and first column values. Here you can see, here it is AE, so AE is the product. So AE plus BG, so A will be multiplied with E and B will be multiplied with G, and both these values will be added. Now let's take this second value. Let's understand what is meant by this second value. Here consider this first row and second column. Here A will be multiplied with F and B will be multiplied with H. Okay. So and both these values will be added again. So the resultant which you get is A into F plus B into H. Similarly, when you take this particular value, here take the second row of the first matrix and first column of the second matrix. So here CE plus DG. Similarly, the next value will be CF plus D into H. So this is how you can multiply two matrices. So I'll just remove all of those scribbles. So I hope you have understood what I'm explaining here. So we need to take this first row and first column for this first value, and for second value we need to take this first row and second column. So similarly we need to take this particular row and this particular column for this value, and this C and D row and F and H row for last column. So this is the general notation of how we multiply a 2 cross 2 matrix. And let's take this numerical example. And the first thing which we need to check for multiplying two matrices is their shape. So we need to check whether the number of columns in the first matrix is equal to the number of rows in the second column. So if we have this kind of condition only, we can perform this kind of operation. That's why we have this kind of condition. Okay. So when you just use this particular notation, particular formula, this is what we get. So 2 and 4 will be multiplied with this 5 and 3 respectively, and that value will be added. So 2 will be multiplied with 5 and 4 will be multiplied with 3, and both of these values will be added. Similarly, for this second value, this value will be the element in first row, second column, right? So for this value, we need to multiply 2 and 6 and 4 and 4, and these two values should be added. So similarly, 3 and 6 and 5 and 3. So 3 should be multiplied with 5, 6 should be multiplied with 3, and both of them should be added. And 3 will be multiplied with 6, and 6 will be multiplied with 4, and it will be our fourth value. So this is how you can carry out matrix multiplication, and the resultant will be these two remaining shape, which is 2 cross 2 in this case, right? So it will be our resultant shape. So this is how you can multiply these two matrices. So I hope you have understood how we can multiply these two matrices. So if you have any doubts, please let me know in the comments. And finally, it's quiz time now. So as I mentioned you earlier, I have given the link for the quiz in the description of this video. so you can go to the Google form and fill in the answers. So it will be a very good exercise for you. So it won't be a similar examples as we have explained in this particular slides. So it will be a little bit complicated. So I may have made a matrix with a 3 cross 3 matrix or 4 cross 3 matrix, something like that. So it will be a very good exercise for you. Okay, so I hope you have understood all the things covered in this video, and if you have any doubts, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.